Have you ever discussed or learned about the correctional system in the United States? There are three major facilities in the correctional system. Last semester, I took a corrections class at Wichita State and had the incredible opportunity to tour facilities such as the El Dorado Prison and the Wichita Juvenile Detention Facility. Let me tell you about the history and the three major facilities in the correctional system. The first I will discuss is a jail, the second is prison, and the third is a juvenile detention center. The history of the corrections systems begins just before the American Revolution. Technically, it has been around since the 1500s, starting with dungeons. There are four design layouts. There's the radial style, which is a circular style with the main control center in the middle and the housing cells around it. There's the telephone pole style, where the main control center is at the end of a long hallway and housing cells spew off the hallway. There's the courtyard style, where the facility is a hollow square shape with the yard in the center, and there's the campus style, which is a securely gated facility. However, all buildings are separated in more of a campus setting. The first prison was built and styled radially. Pennsylvania became the first of the United States to institute solitary confinement for incarcerated convicts, according to an article on ushistory.org. Now that I have told you about the history, I want to tell you about the three major kinds of facilities in the correctional system. The first is a jail. These facilities are usually ran by local law enforcement and/or law enforcement agencies. They are short-term facilities housing criminals for less than a year, and they also house inmates awaiting trial. Overpopulation is a smaller issue in jails, but still a concern. It is more of a significant issue in prisons. Now that I have told you about jails, I want to inform you of prisons. These facilities are usually run by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. They are long-term facilities housing criminals sentenced for more than a year and up to life sentences. They also house inmates who commit felonies and more severe crimes. Overpopulation is an important topic in the correctional system. This is when a demand for space in a prison in a jurisdiction exceeds a capacity for prisoners in a place. Courts are sentencing criminal offenders to serve prison time and not utilizing other programs, like the rehabilitation centers, effectively. The third is a juvenile detention center. These facilities are secured prisons or jails for persons under the age of majority. They are known as juvenile delinquents. They are sentenced and committed here for a period. In Kansas, there are two main places juveniles can be housed. There's the Sedgwick County Juvenile Detention Facility here in Wichita, Kansas, compared to a jail for juveniles, holding them for court or time under a year. There's also the Shawnee County Juvenile Detention Center in Topeka, Kansas. This is compared to an adult prison. Many juveniles are sent here from all parts of Kansas, higher security facilities, and holding them for longer than a year or until they're 18. I talked about the history of corrections and the three main facilities under it. The first was a jail, the second I talked about was a prison, and the third was a juvenile detention center. The correctional system is a very important part of the United States. Without it, there would be a higher percentage of criminal activity, and disciplinary acts and laws wouldn't exist. Thank you for listening. Hey, Chief.